Football League finds us in Silicon Valley. And with the foghorn bellowing behind us, that means it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. Off we go from Santa Clara. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Niners take over.
The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract for the fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall or, in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First and 10. Moving left. Oh, right at the outside. He lost the football. And the Rams come up with the recovery.
That's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball. They knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today, and when he plays well, this is proving to be a really good team.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 12 this. First down, L.A.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
First down, Stafford. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
To 2nd and 10.
The shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incomplete.
Bernardo Green on the coverage.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Throw. On 3rd down, Stafford.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. Automatic first down.
What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up first and goal. They run over center with Williams. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
We spend so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for
Not only does he let the ball go through his hands, he lets 6 points slip away with that drop. I mean, everyone else does their job. The ball's on target. Listen, this is the big boy league now. The reality is, you just got to catch the ball.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target.
Incomplete.
No catch. And now fourth down.
Fourth and goal.
I can tell you from experience, Mike, that is going to be on his mind the rest of the week. It's one thing to drop a ball. That's going to happen every now and then. But when you do it and it takes away a touchdown, that stings. So we can talk short-term memory all we want. I can promise you, this guy, he's hoping to get another shot at it.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Take over first and
the 49ers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They fumbled it away on that opening possession. Fortunate, it only led to a field goal, so they're in a 3-0 hole as they start this drive. First and 10. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. It's enough to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession.
McCaffrey loses the football. And the Rams come up with the recovery.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Rams offense about ready to get going. On their second possession, they'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a
Previous
replay.
play is under
We
review.
might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Purdy now on second down. A Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target.
George Kittle.
That's incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time.
12 yards to go.
And it's going to be third down. A tight end in motion now. Third down. He finds his big receiver. That's Jennings.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense. Automatic first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Purdy going to give this one to McKinstry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
2nd and 11. One of the tight ends in motion right. Play faking Caffrey. Now, Purdy. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Hinton.
So these are the growing pains. You hear people talk about it all the time, like you roll a quarterback out there in his rookie year, and you're going to have some ups and downs, and it's the decision-making that they want to see continue to get better, because even though he avoids the sack, he puts the ball in harm's way and ends up going the other way.
The Rams offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. They go play action with Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll get this to Kyron Williams. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
A gain of 26 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Rams first down.
And I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it. And I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
That's to the left side, taken in by Smith. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
First down.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down. Now Stafford. That's right side. He's got Ferguson.
Stafford's pass.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work.
A loss
They're
of
going to
2
get him down
brings
behind
up
the line.
2nd and 12.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
Stafford to throw again. Nakua pulls it in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 7. And this is third down.
Again, it's Stafford. He's got his man. It's Smith. 19 yards on the pickup for number 19. And it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And he finds some space, tackles after a gain of 7 on first down.
On the stop. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down.
Illegal block in the back.
Let's check on the call.
Still second down.
Second down, it's Stafford. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I might tell you after the game, he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Third and long. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got.
That penalty is declined.
So on comes Joshua Cardi to try this field goal. This will be from 42 yards out. And that one not going to have enough leg behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good.
49ers
and this will stay a 3-point game.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
The throw on first down is Purdy. Oh, triple, and down he goes. Omar Speights in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
Perfectly timed blitz there by the linebacker. Remember, when you go empty backfield, there's no extra protection. All you have is the 5 offensive linemen. It could be feast or famine, but in this case, when you time it right, man, there is no back there to help protect the quarterback, and he comes away with the sack.
Kittle is the man in motion. Play action. Here's Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. They get the guard that time. Penalty on Dominic Puny.
Still second down.
On second down, Purdy. And he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield.
It's now third down.
And it's going to bring up a third down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Oh, he landed it at the right spot, just had the wrong spin. It goes into the end zone, touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 20-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
5 yards on the pickup. And this is third down.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had.
Incomplete.
Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd
and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, 49ers.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And this is what happens when your offensive line and your back are in sync and on the same page. Great job by the O-line distorting the defense at the point of attack, and then the running back understanding where that hole is, hitting it full speed, brings up a fresh set of downs.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
So there's multiple
Brings up
factors, Mike, that
second
make
and
blitzes
10
successful.
at the
So, of course,
34-yard
there's the
line.
initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They get 24 on that one. It's good for a Niners first down.
42-yard line.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
27-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
This is such a challenging route for any defender to guard, Mike, and here's why. It's really a three-way go. I can either run into the flat, I can either sit and stop and just find open space, or in this case, the defender overcommits, or I can break back across his face to the middle of the field, and you're wide open. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
It's back at the 8 now for second and goal. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. Out to his right.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's third and goal. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And that is in the end zone. He's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown. 49ers.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision. And in this case, it results in a touchdown.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score Niners 6, Rams 3.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Wow, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And he will score again. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown. Make it 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play. Pinheiro on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers move out in front, 13-3.
Niners 13, Rams 3.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Now return, coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
On the return.
Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work.
26-yard line.
A first down throw for Stafford. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had.
Incomplete.
Instead, he does not, and it brings up second
and 10.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And a marking down just shy of the 40.
13 yards on the play.
13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Rams first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Trying the left side. Here goes Williams. And they're going to bring him down. But there is a penalty marker on the field.
Still first down.
On again, it's Williams. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play.
This is one of those plays where you got to give them some love after. Let them know it was an outstanding run and all of that. Because even though it was a good effort, it's hard not to feel disappointed, Mike, that they somehow weren't able to move the chains.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. Well, he's brought down.
Personal
That pass
foul.
is going to pick
Roughing
up
the
4
passer.
and
Defense.
bring up third down.
Automatic first down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of a yard.
Cornerbacks are drafted for their coverage ability. We see it year in and year out. Teams want to fortify their pass defense. but when they can come up and run support, it's just an added bonus for a defense. And this young rookie, he was one of the best picks available last year's draft, and we can see why.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
So there's a sense of urgency with these RPOs, especially in the NFL game, because your linemen, they're thinking it's a run, so you can't allow them to get downfield. So that's where this quick decision-making from the quarterback is so critical, and the timing of this one just wasn't quite right and falls incomplete.
On third down, Stafford. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Here's Ethan Evans now. He's on for the second time. We're trying to get something inside the 10. Oh, that is terrific.
The Niners take over first
inside
and 10
the 5-yard
at their
line.
own 4-yard line.
49ers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's first and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Purdy now, back near his goal line. Yeah, look out. That ball is free in the end zone. Oh, that's not going to work out. Oh, that is a safety. Fortunate that that was not worse for the offense. The pressure's on. They knock it out of the quarterback's hands. But only a safety instead of the defense getting a touchdown.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, Mike, you always have that clock in your head, but that clock has to speed up even quicker when you find yourself dropping in your own end zone. And fortunately for them, that fumble doesn't lead to a touchdown, but instead results in the 2-point safety.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20.
A gain on the play. That's good for a Rams first down. A gain on the play. First down, Rams.
From the 35, it's first and 10. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And will be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football as they've got it with first and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. They'll run it with Williams. going to set up
He was brought
third
down
down.
by Jason Pinnock. 5 yards on the pickup. And this is third down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. I think he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
All right, so in these third and short, third and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have fourth down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging fourth down decision.
That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They give the ball over on down. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, third down. He'll tuck it and take off. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Rams have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery, and the great return for the touchdown. There's nothing better than when the defense scores a touchdown, except when a big man on the defense finds his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since that guy had a ball in his hand, Mike, probably since his earlier days as a young kid. But, boy, he looked comfortable. What a return. What a play for him to be able to pick up that loose ball and bring it all the way back. And nothing brings life to a sideline like a defensive lineman touchdown.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Rams move back to within one.
Niners 13, Rams 12.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
The Niners
offense make their way out to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion right. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. Ooh! And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, 49ers.
First and
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
Roughing the passer, defense. Automatic first down.
1st and 10. On the ground, it's McCaffrey. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
15 more yards.
Play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down.
1st and 10 at the
Offensive line doing a great
line.
job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that
at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left him nowhere to go. And no gain.
No gain on the play.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. This is caught for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. That penalty is declined.
Now Pinheiro
lining
to
up
add
for
on the extra point. And that is no good again. It'll be his 2nd missed extra point of this afternoon. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
1st and 10.
The Rams offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Out quickly to Nakua. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
Stafford then on 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And 6 yards
The shotgun, it's Stafford. That one, that's his third pick to this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here. Results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Complete to number 89.
Get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings
when
up
you put
2nd
plays
and
like
5
this on tape, it sends a
49-yard
message to
line.
every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. It's also a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Pass intended for number 19. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Second and 10. Stafford out quick to Adams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Adams. A gain of 4. And this is 3rd down.
Throw. Stafford. That's the one thing they couldn't have there. The sack. That might take them out of field goal range.
And it's 4th
Yeah,
down.
it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
On comes with the punter
in
now,
punt formation for
as
the
he is
Rams.
on to punt for the Rams. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half.
Taken down at the 22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down
and 7.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. throw on the run is complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate
a gain of
a call to the punt team.
It's fourth down.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchdown. The Rams offense getting set to get back to work. They go play action with Stafford. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
20-yard line.
Tyler Higbee was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. Here's Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And the Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Upton Stout in for that tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Stafford now. One too far out in front to be brought in. It's incomplete. Kyron Williams, the intended receiver there. 3rd down coming up.
I think now we're starting to see this defense start to make some adjustments. We saw him give up a few plays earlier in the game, especially to this back. So he's someone they have to understand. He's not just going to hurt you on the ground. He also is a threat in the passing game. So nice job there making some adjustments on the back end, and they forced the incomplete.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially very big call here.
That penalty is declined.
Rams punting unit coming out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and first out to the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. They'll get the guard, Dominic Pooney, that time.
Still first down.
Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And a good run will take it forward for 6 yards on first down.
Cameron Pearl brought him down. A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 16-yard line.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. They get the veteran, Trent Williams.
Still second down.
On second down, Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And third down. Coming up.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 12.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. On third down, here's McCaffrey. They'll pick up 7. Nice job defensively, though, to make sure it's not more.
Tackled at the
And it sets up
line.
fourth down.
A gain of 7. It's fourth down.
On comes Thomas Morstead
in punt formation for
as he is
San
on to punt it away for San Francisco. Rams offense ready to see what they can do.
At their own 20-yard line.
It's Stafford throwing from the pistol. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
At the 20-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. A quick slant, and here's Adams. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
That's good.
It's a pickup of 12.
First down.
First down, L.A.
A gain of 12. First down, Los Angeles.
Here's a handoff to Williams. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8 at his pass, the 40-yard line.
At the 41. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
From the 41, it's second and 1. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's taken in left side by Smith. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Nice game on first down, but the penalty flags come in.
Holding.
And the question now, will the play stand? Steve Avila, guilty that time.
Still first down.
in motion is Smith. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. He's running to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. They put Adams in motion. Williams gets it on the draw. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. And this is 3rd down.
The motion man is Nakua. On 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. I think he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming. And at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. Struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Watch the motion.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Offense. Still 2nd down.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
To Ricky Pearsall.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in the 2nd quarter. It's 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
A gain of 9 yards.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Here's 1st and 10. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. The throw on 1st down is Purdy. throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Intended for Jawan Jennings.
Jawan Jennings
Incomplete.
was the intended target.
It's now 2nd and 10 at
It's
the 25-yard line.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice game so far.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8.
The Niners lose their 3rd
and
and final timeout. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. Third and 2. Here we go. They need 2. Here's Purdy. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down.
Foul.
Big
Roughing the
call
passer.
here.
Defense.
It was 3rd down. Here's Purdy again. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey.
Purdy's pass complete to Christian McCaffrey. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hansen. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our 2nd half is about to get underway. First half
Eddie
played out a
Pinheiro
bit
set to
as
kick
we
off.
expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
1st and 10.
The Rams offense
their
ready to get
own
going
29-yard
again.
line.
They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. The motion man is Nakua. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Upton Stout in for that tackle.
Line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I might tell you after the game, he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
6 yards to go.
Back to throw is Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
4th down.
punt team headed out for the Rams.
Formation for the Rams.
As they are forced to kick for the 6th time today.
The Niners take
The
over
49ers
first and
offense
10.
getting ready for their opening
20-yard
possession
line.
of this second half. Off the bootleg, it's Purdy. Oh, a loose football. And the pressure is too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety.
Is a safety.
File that under head scratcher. Really hard to understand what was going on there. But we do know what's going on the board. 2 points for the defense.
At some point, Mike, you just have to figure out, when is the party over? I mean, just go down, live to play another snap. But in this case, he just kept going back and back and back. And as you said, the defense now gets to come off the field, scoring 2 points.
So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line.
A gain on the play.
It'll come out to the 35.
That's good for a Rams.
Here come the
First
Rams
down.
as their offense trots back
First and 10
onto the field.
at the 35-yard
The deficit
line.
is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And they will bring him down on the
Personal
other
foul,
side of
roughing the
midfield.
passer, defense.
On the give, it's Williams. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 16
yards. Pick up on
And the
that one.
Rams.
Good for
First
a
down.
Rams first down.
First and 10 at
Well,
the
this is something we
13-yard
don't see
line.
every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags
Holding
come in.
offense.
And the question now, will the play stand? To throw is Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it.
Stafford's pass complete to Devontae Adams. An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the 12-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Play action, Stafford. Oh, and this one's going to wind up
Stafford's
incomplete.
pass.
That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. Can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a
Brings
third
up
down.
third down and 10.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford from the gun on third down. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone. And incomplete.
Incomplete.
Well, it's no secret to anybody who follows this league. This is one of the elite playmakers in the entire NFL. So he put one high, thinking his guy would go up there and get it. We've seen him do it so many times before, but just puts a little too much on it and ends up sailing over his head.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal.
A 29-yard
Officially,
attempt.
a 29-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good.
19.
And the Rams will cut the
17.
deficit down to 2.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Take over first.
Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead. Now, stoppage here for an injury. It's Christian McCaffrey who's having an issue down there. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. First down, it is Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. They go Dennis Weedman, give it to Adams.
Devontae Adams, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap to Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on 3rd down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And this will stay a 2-point game.
17.
The Niners offense ready for this next possession. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy going for it all. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Line.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, The defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Niners first down.
49er first down.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Out of the gun. It's Purdy. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
It's a gain of 4.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On third down, it's Purdy. He'll let one go. Downfield for Jennings. And he will be taken down, but there is a penalty flag down. A silly penalty may erase the turnover. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. We'll try the right side with Robinson. There he goes, inside the 30. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Throw right side, complete to Pearsall.
To Ricky Pearsall. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defense.
Purdy going to give this to Garendo. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Let's give this guy credit, Mike. We talk a lot about his ability in the passing game to cover perimeter receivers, but this time he makes his presence felt as a run supporter. Great job getting off the block, coming up to support that toss play, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
It's a gain of 14
They get 14
yards.
out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
First down.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
And he will get into the end zone.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good.
Makes the score.
And the 49ers will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9.
Eddie Pinheiro
So now,
set to
after
kick
the
off.
touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And it'll be brought down past the 25.
The Rams take over
Decent
first
field
and
position
10
to start this
at their
drive.
own 26-yard line.
Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. On the play fake, here's Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. 13 yards to start that
13
drive.
yards
And a
on
quick
the play.
first down.
That's good.
These
for
crossing
Rams.
concepts are frequently
First
used,
down.
Mike, throughout the entire game,
A gain of
all
13
across the
yards.
league. And what it does is
First
it
down,
creates a lot of
Rams.
natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
That one just too far out in
Stafford's
front,
pass.
and it's incomplete.
Intended for number 19.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating
Upton
any real
Stout there
separation. And
defensively.
instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Stafford out quick to Adams.
Stafford's
They'll get
pass.
maybe 3 out of that
Number
one, and it's going to set up third
Devontae
down.
Adams. A gain of 4. And this is third down.
To the air again. Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
And the Rams first down. An 8-yard pickup. And a Rams first down.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard
13
line.
yards on the play.
It's a pickup
That's
of 13
another
yards.
Rams
First down, L.A.
A gain of 13
And with
yards.
that run, this back is
First
closing in
down,
on almost
Los
100
Angeles.
yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
That's to the left side, pulled in by Higbee. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
That's another
That's a
Rams
gain of 11.
first down.
And they'll move the chains with
First and 10
another
at the
first
25-yard
down.
line.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He'll work forward for a couple.
Williams, the ball
Upton
carrier.
Stout in
He was
for
taken
that
down
tackle.
at the 22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Williams. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. A pickup
A gain
of
of
12 yards.
yards.
Good for
That's
a
good
Rams
for a
first down.
Rams First down.
Remember this one thing,
A
Mike.
gain of 12.
It is not how well
First
or how
down,
often you
Rams.
run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL? And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for. That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Let me tell you, after the game, he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
So you're a couple inches away from, instead of celebrating a touchdown with your boys on the sideline, you're trotting back to the huddle with your tail between your legs. And that's the fine line between success and failure in the NFL. And the reality is, he knows it, the sideline knows it, the huddle knows it. At this level, you've got to make that play.
Holding offense.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Carty's kick is good. And the Rams are back within a score. They trail out by 6. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Niners offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Open man there. It is Moore. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. The pass looked to be on target.
Results,
no catch.
Down.
And now 4th down.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius. Unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Now Purdy. That's taken in. And he picks up the 1st down here. But hold on, will it stand? There's a flag on the field.
Thomas
49ers
Morstead
out
in
to
punt
punt this one.
formation for San Francisco.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Rams offense ready to get back at it. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They put Adams in motion. They motion a receiver right. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And trying to get back to the line, but it's not happening. For a losing yard.
Down behind the line of scrimmage.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
3rd and long. Here's Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
And now here comes the punt team. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover. It's actually going to wind up a 1st down. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds, so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
Intended for Jawan Jennings. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Throwing is Purdy. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
I think that's the sign of a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's already got 2 picks on the day. Certainly doesn't want to throw a 3rd, so good decision. Just throw it away.
3rd and long. Throwing again is Purdy. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down.
Holding.
Big call here. It was 3rd down. The 49ers
in
out for the punt.
formation for San
As the
Francisco.
drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away.
The Rams take
The
over
Rams
first
offense
and 10
ready to take over
at
once
their
more.
own 20-yard line.
Now it's Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the
Tackle
line.
made back
It's
at
a
the
loss of a couple.
17-yard line.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Stafford now on second down. Right side, complete to Nakua. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And a Rams first down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Second down, it's Stafford. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target.
Intended for
That's
Devontae
incomplete.
Adams. Incomplete. Upton stout there defensively.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Stafford to throw again. Oh, the ball's out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Matthew Stafford sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter.
The Niners take over
offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work.
Line.
And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. This out wide, and he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
A gain of
12 yards on the game. That's
and
good for a quick first down.
A lot could go
First
wrong
and 10
anytime
at
you
the
decide to put the
32-yard
ball
line.
in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it's just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field, and this is a great example here why.
Purdy now on second down. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
19 yards.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
47-yard line.
And I think both of us came away from our discussions with the coaches thinking that this guy was going to have a massive role in this one, but after only his first catch of the game, let's get credit where it's due. This defense, man, they've held him in check throughout.
And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game, but fortunately a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
At the Rams' 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. We have a tight end motioning left here. They'll run with Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 11. First down, 49ers.
49er, first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Intended for Jawan Jennings. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. A give, and here comes Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Line of scrimmage.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And they will not be able to make this a 2-possession game. The Rams offense ready to take over once again. First down, Stafford. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw on 2nd down, Stafford. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. Can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A 3rd down
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions. And now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
The Niners take over
the 49ers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. Off the bootleg, it's Purdy. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
20-yard line.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, now this brings up third down, Mike, and a really tough call for this coach. Does he want to remain aggressive, put the ball in the air, and try to keep this offense on the field? Or can he be a little more conservative, not be afraid to punt the ball away, and hope his defense can finish this game out?
Third and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. A throw on the move is caught. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
That's 19 yards for the second straight play. They are rolling. Another first down.
Line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Here's Purdy, making the read and keeping it. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
10 more yards. That's another 49er first down. First and 10.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Bang right over center with Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of one.
A loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On second down, Purdy. There's that man again. Another catch.
Complete.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. A ball deep for the end zone. That is touchdown, San Francisco. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Purdy and the 49ers will try to get 2 more.
The 49ers will line up
They'll run with Robinson. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
20.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. The return starts from the 5. Now on a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. And he'll take it back for the touchdown. What a tremendous mistake there. You want to secure the ball and give it to your offense, not give it up to the other team for a touchdown.
Yeah, I think this is the fine line that all kick returners face, Mike. I think they all want to be impact players. When they get the ball in their hands, they think every play can be 6. But sometimes you got to know when it's over. You got to make sure at the end of this play, my offense is able to take the field and maintain possession. In this case, not only do you turn it over, you give them a quick touchdown on the other side.
And now another extra point off the mark. 3 misses on extra points in this game alone.
Pinheiro
So now,
set to
after
kick
the
off.
touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard
Take
line.
over 1st and 10.
The Rams offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. We'll start this drive with 1st down. Get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They get 15 on that game.
That's good.
1st down, L.A.
1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. They put Adams in motion. That's out wide to Williams. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Third, they need 8. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down.
Holding.
Big call here. It was 3rd down. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. The risk pays off to the tune of 16 yards.
And the Rams.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter.
44-yard
yes,
line.
arm strength and all of that. But it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind. And while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Again, it's Stafford. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
Throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And taken in by Higbee. They hook up again, 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
10.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Throwing again is Stafford. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
1st down.
15-yard pickup there. Good for a Rams 1st down. It's Stafford throwing from the pistol. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. To the air again, Stafford. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They put Adams in motion. To the goal line and in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Rams.
LA.
Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Joshua Carty for the extra point. And this is not going to have enough steam at all. It is short. No good. Don't think it was tipped. Just a bad kick. And they are unable to unlock the extra point. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
On the return.
So here's Brock Purdy and this
10.
49ers offense heading back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. He'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was taken down behind
Really
the
nice
line of
job
scrimmage.
here defensively,
It's a
not
loss
only
of
to
a
get the
yard.
penetration
Brings
and
up
to clog
second
those
and
run
11
lanes,
at the
but they're able to take him
26-yard
down
line.
behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Purdy. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead
Brings
to a
up
third down.
down and 11.
Here's Purdy. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. That one going nowhere, but a late penalty flag comes in. They may get bailed out here. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Just a little too much
loss of
east
a
and
yard.
west there for my
Brings up
liking.
2nd
I understand
and
what they're
11
trying to do, getting the
at the
ball out on the
40-yard
perimeter, but
line.
on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force them down for a loss.
Another run here for Robinson. Maybe a couple there.
Robinson
It's
again,
3rd
the
down.
ball carrier. Omar Spates on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun, it's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for George
That
Kittle.
is a letdown
Incomplete.
there. Pass looked to be on
It's now
target.
4th down.
No catch. And now 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game
Thomas
away,
Morstead
but you'd
in
love to
punt
chew up
formation
some
for
clock.
San
So
Francisco.
with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Rams take over.
So now the
1st
veteran,
and 10.
Matthew Stafford,
At their
and the
own
rest of the
20-yard
Rams.
line.
Down on the scoreboard. A little under 2.5 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's This one intercepted. Picked up by number 3. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Niners take
Mike, there's
over
usually
first
such a
and 10
comfort
at the
level when the
22-yard
guy
line.
playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Here's a toss left side to Robinson. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They bring a tight end in motion left. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's followed up after a gain of a yard. The defense uses its second timeout here. And don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Kittle is the man in motion. On 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
The quarterback forced out of bounds and sacked by Jared Verse. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now.
A 45-yard
Spotted at the 35,
attempt.
this a 45-yard attempt. And that one
This kick
not
is
going to
no
have
good.
enough leg behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good. And their lead will stay right where it is. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. This is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, you have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early, and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
3rd and 2. Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
The Rams.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? Selling the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simple. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. First down throw there is
intended
incomplete.
for Devontae Adams. Incomplete. It's now 2nd down and 20.
Now on 2nd and long. They put Adams in motion. Stafford to throw again. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete.
So I'm not really sure that would have mattered, Mike. I don't think they were going to have enough to pick up the first down either way. But at least if that ball's completed, 3rd down's just a little bit more manageable. Because now after the incomplete, they find themselves in 3rd and pass.
3rd and long. Here's Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. Stafford to throw it. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. He took it there with a trailer late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
Is a turnover on
These are the situations where as an offense you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
Purdy down to a knee. That should be the final snap of this game. So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. And we are underway here in Silicon Valley. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract for the fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
Mike, think over the years. The first couple years Purdy took over as the quarterback. Every time we'd introduce him, it'd be Mr. Irrelevant. He's on a low rookie contract. Is he the future of this 49er organization? And after this offseason, the contract they gave him, the answer is flat out yes. He is the future. They believe in him. They think him and Kyle Shanahan can take this team back to being the Super Bowl contender that prior to last year, they were in that mix year in and year out.
Pearsall, the man in motion. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. Open receiver, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
A pickup of 21 on that connection. It's good for a Niners first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And they certainly don't waste any time getting him involved. And we knew coming in that he would be a part of the game plan, but this is a sign of things to come. He could be in store for a big game.
First and 10 for Purdy. Right at the outset, he lost the football. And the Rams come up with the recovery.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch. But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up, against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Play fake. Here's Stafford. Right side. Complete to Nakua.
Stafford's pass. Complete to Puka Nakua. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Niners' 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Stafford. Going right back to Nakua. Complete. And he is out of bounds down at the 21.
A gain of 15 yards.
Stafford on target to Puka. And the Rams have a first down.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the count.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. Looking for his tight end there, but that was too far.
Incompletion. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They put Adams in motion. On 3rd down, here's Williams. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
So on comes Joshua Cardi to try this field goal. This from 40 yards out. And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. 49ers offense ready now for their second drive. 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
Give him 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold it on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast and the ball falls incomplete.
George Kittle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Again in the air for Purdy. Now he'll air one out. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball.
Incomplete.
And it is 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact.
Thomas Morstead,
you can chalk that one up as a win
for San Francisco.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Rams offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. Stafford. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. They put Adams in motion. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Going to lose a yard.
A loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford taking a shot downfield for Adams. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Devontae Adams.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And he steps into this one, gets up a big kick, angled for the sideline.
The Niners take
Here's
over
San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. This group slow to get things in gear in this one. Lost fumble on the opening drive, followed by a punt last time they had it. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
No gain on the play.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Off the play fake. And he lost the football. But fortunately, one of his teammates able to get on it, and the Niners retain possession.
3rd down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is
he was
all.
taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
Here comes Smith on the return. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. First down, Stafford unloads downfield looking for Nakua. That is caught, and he will score. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with the pass play for 6.
Makes the score Rams 7, 49ers nothing.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Niners take
the
over
Niners
first
offense
and 10.
getting things in order as they trot out for this
26-yard
next
line.
possession. To throw on first down is Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. They'll get him up 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. From the gun, it's Purdy. This one complete to Bourne. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
yards on the play.
A pickup there of 13. First down, 49ers.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard
Zone
line.
route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch up.
Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
Another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And the running back's going to get all the stats and all the glory, but make no mistake about it, Mike, that was a great team effort on that run play. Everyone executing their blocking assignments to perfection. He's able to pick up a nice gain and fresh set of downs.
A first down throw for Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle. Here's McCaffrey. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. That is Quentin Lake there to make the play.
At the 36-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. Fighting for the marker. He loses the football. And unfortunately, their center able to rein it in. They'll retain possession.
34-yard line.
First and 10. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And that one is going to be closed down the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Purdy. I had defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd
Brings
down.
up 3rd down and 13.
That's not an easy catch by any means, but at this level, Mike, you get paid to catch them all. And really, you get paid to catch the hard ones. And you know that hit, it's coming either way. And I remember learning as a young player early in my career, the hit's coming, you're going to get knocked to the ground. It feels a lot better getting off the ground. And
In trouble, and down he goes.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
Here's their punter now, as he's on here to punt this one away. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
10-yard line.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll just bite the ball and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go. And
look out. That ball is free in the end zone. The dangers of throwing when you are backed up. Quarterback trying to keep it alive and make a play. Instead, they bring him down, and it'll cost them 2 points.
I understand what the quarterback's trying to do here, Mike. He's trying to keep the play alive and buy some time for his receivers to work to get open. But backed up this close to his end zone, he's got to get rid of that ball because, as we just saw, the defense took him down for 2 points.
The 49ers offense ready to get back to work.
And a 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
35. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he's going to be brought down past the 45. He'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Through the gun. It's a give to McCaffrey. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, if you're going to run the ball in the middle of this defensive line, you better block the big man in the middle, Mike. What a great job, not only defeating his blocks, but being able to penetrate enough to take the ball carrier down for a loss. That is a great play by the big man inside.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
3rd and long. Here's Purdy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
At the 34-yard line.
This quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, but what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice finish.
And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense.
Still first down.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 15 yards to go.
Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. He'll get this out wide. And he'll get about 12 yards here as he's out of bounds. That'll make things a little easier
12
on
yards
3rd
on
down.
the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
Purdy gonna put it up again. And he's gonna have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
6. That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start, and this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Quick throw here is complete. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Back to the air is Purdy. He'll He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down.
On the coverage.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Open man is Jennings. That'll be taken down after a gain of 9. Third down. Coming up.
That's a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Motion, motion, motion. Reset, reset, reset.
On third down, it's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And he's in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here comes Corum. We'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
The ball carrier. The tackle by Jordan Elliott. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's second down and 7. Now it's Stafford. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by their rookie corner.
And while he's still a rookie and he's going to have his ups and downs, this is the player they thought they were getting when they selected him in this previous year's draft. I mean, he looked almost like a savvy veteran there, baiting that quarterback into that throw. He had great anticipation. He was on time in his drive, and then he plucks that ball out of the air, and he almost looks like a wide receiver.
Check, check, Rocky, Rocky. You got tight right there.
Here's McCaffrey. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Jared Verse
He was
there to
brought
make
down
the
at the
tackle.
26. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 7. They run once more with McCaffrey. Now McCaffrey loses the football.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
3rd and 7.
Go get him.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now, hand off to McCaffrey. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
10 more yards.
The best running backs, Mike, they have a really good balance between executing the play that's designed, but then every so often they just have to trust their instincts, and sometimes that's the best plays. That's where the big home run shots come from, and when you have a talented back, you want to give them that freedom.
Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll just go up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown. 49ers. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score Niners 14, Rams 7.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
On the return.
The Rams offense about ready to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. The shotgun snap to Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And the best offense on 3rd downs, Mike, is to be really good on 1st and 2nd down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They'll begin here on the ground.
the yard.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a yard. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down past the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll motion a tight end right. They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Omar Spates on the stop. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
Kittle is the man in motion. 3rd down. Purdy. He'll let one go. Downfield for Jennings. And that is incomplete. Stoppage here. One of the 49ers is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout.
Thomas
On comes the
Morstead
punter
in punt
now,
formation for
as
San
he'll come on
Francisco.
to punt this one away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
The Rams offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in.
Holding.
And the question
Offense.
now, will the play stand?
Here we go.
They'll go with Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw is Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Williams. 8 yards on the pickup. And this is 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Here's Ethan Evans now, as he is on to punt for the Rams. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Start this drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and a yard. On the give, it's McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey. It's a gain of 2. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Purdy's going to give this one to McCaffrey. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. But there is a flag down into the play. Back by the quarterback. Let's see. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Kittle is the man in motion. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. A throat behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. Moving to his right. He keeps it himself. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Rams come up with the recovery. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Might have even lost a yard there.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
17.
Stafford. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down.
Holding.
Big
Offense.
call here. It was third down. Here's the punter
Evans
now.
in punt
As
formation
he'll punt
for
it
the
away for the
Rams.
fourth time today. And he didn't get the check he was hoping
The
for in that
Niners
one.
take over
That goes
first
into
and
the end
10
zone,
at
and it's a
their own
touchback.
20-yard line.
Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. Start on the ground. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. A nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first
And
down.
the 49er
Wow,
first
really
down.
nice start here to the drive. Early
and 10
down
at the
success.
30-yard
Every
line.
offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Here's Purdy on first and 10.
Purdy's pass complete to Jawan Jennings. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and 2. Out of the gun. Here's Purdy. A very good throw there, but not on the same
Intended
page
for
with his
George
target.
Kittle.
That's incomplete.
Brings up third down and 2.
The backfield empty here for third and 2. They need 2. Here's Purdy. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of
And the
9.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
With McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Christian
That's about
McCaffrey, the
all.
ball carrier. He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
They work just shy of midfield on second and 9. They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No
Brought
gain on
down
that one.
right at the line of scrimmage.
Running back looked a little
gain on the
unsure of
play.
himself on
It's
that carry
third
there, Mike.
and
You have to
10.
think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
From the gun on third down. It's Purdy. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there.
Incomplete.
And it's going to bring up fourth
Results
down.
in a fourth down.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence
Thomas
felt.
Morstead
Creating
in punt
pressure,
formation
move
for
the
San
quarterback,
Francisco.
affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
And no return forthcoming.
The
It's a
Rams take
touchback.
over
And
first
it'll come
and
out
10
to the 20-yard
At their
line.
own 20-yard line.
The Rams offense back onto the field for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
Man in motion is Smith. They go play action with Stafford. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had.
It's now 2nd
Instead,
and 10
he does not,
at the
and it brings up
30-yard
2nd
line.
down.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Giannis. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Niners take
Mike,
over.
these are just
1st
throws
and
you're not
10
accustomed to
at the
seeing, especially from a
37-yard
quarterback
line.
that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. He's got space inside the 25. And they're finally going to bring him down. It's a first down if it stands, but maybe a hold set him free. From the gun, it's Purdy. Taken in.
Purdy's pass complete to Jawan Jennings. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the Rams' 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, Purdy. Oh, a loose football. The Rams have it.
Recovered by the Rams.
The Rams offense headed back to take over once more. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
They'll go again with Williams. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
3rd and 2. Stafford. This one's just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
It's 4th down.
Rams punting unit coming out as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. terrific.
The
Out of
Niners
bounds,
take over first and
inside
10
the 5-yard
at their
line.
own 3-yard line.
So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster. So it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
They run straight ahead with the carry. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
It's a gain of 20.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back through the flag.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. It is 3rd and long. The throw is Purdy. That's down the field and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Kinchen.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
First and 10. To throw, it's Purdy. Throw on there, caught by Kittle. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Kittle is the man in motion. On play action, here's Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. They'll run here with McCaffrey. He'll carry this one inside the 20, into the red zone. Give him 8 on that carry.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. They run once more with McCaffrey. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of 1.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And
the ball's out. No So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway.
Eddie Pinheiro set
Both
to
teams
kick off.
ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own
The Rams offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The motion man is Nakua. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And so far throughout the course of the game, I think the secondary's actually done a really nice job of taking him away. I mean, he's clearly one of their best players, one of the top players in the league. They're going to continue to find ways to target him. So defensively, it doesn't matter if he has 0 catches or 10. He is always going to be a focal point of this offense.
To the left side and pulled in by Higbee. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. You did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
The Niners take
The Niners offense ready for their first possession of this second half. On first and 10, Purdy. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
23-yard line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Open man is Jennings. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. with a quick 3-and-out. On
Thomas
fourth down,
Morstead
out
in
comes
punt
the punter,
formation for San
as he'll have to
Francisco.
hit it from his own end zone. And this is going to work out just fine.
The Rams
Kick
take
goes
over
out of
first and
bounds
10
at the
at their
5-yard
own
line.
5-yard line.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10. They put Adams in motion. He'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. Can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down.
Personal foul.
You're going to put your
Roughing the
defense in a
passer.
tough spot.
Defense.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. Now it's Williams. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Jordan Elliott on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford now on second down. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Williams. Past midfield to the 45. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Man in motion is Smith. On play action, it's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Gain of a yard. Brings up
So
second
often
down
for a defense
at the
defending the
50-yard
passing game, the
line.
most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Third down and 4.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Punt team headed out for the Rams.
Formation for the Rams.
So here's Brock Purdy, and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. He'll throw it left and has his running back. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
3rd down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of
49er.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job of the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here for Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Niners first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he's going to go out of bounds, though there are markers on the field as the officials will sort this one out. Set to go now on